see the sunrise hitting the brick of the apartment walls, while the rest of the city waits for the siren calls. I'm just sitting here, steam rising from a ceramic cup, wondering when we all decided that we never look up. We're sprinting through the corridors of a digital maze, losing our peripheral vision in the blue light haze. I used to think the noise was where the answers were kept, but the truth stayed quiet while the rest of us slept. Now I'm tracing patterns in the grain of the wood on the floor, realizing I don't need to kick down every open door. There's a rhythm in the stillness that the radio misses, a narrative that lives in the gaps and the abysses. So I breathe in the heavy air and let out the weight, recognizing that the peace I seek is never too late. It's a long road back to the center of the soul, when the world only wants to see you play a specific role. We're walking on unspoken maps, looking for the light, trying to find a frequency that sounds a little right. It's not about the destination or the things we collect, it's about the way we learn to heal and the way we reconnect. Turn the volume down low, let the inner voice speak. There is power in the humble and there's wisdom in the weak. Yeah, we're finding our way, one breath at a time, turning every heavy moment into something sublime. I checked my history and saw a ghost in the screen, a million filtered memories of places I've been. But did I feel the wind or just record the sound? Was I standing on the earth or just floating above the ground? We trade our presence for a like, our focus for a feed, sowing seeds of comparison instead of what we need. I saw a man in the park just staring at a tree, and for a second he looked more alive than I'll ever be. No device in his hand, no agenda in his eyes, just a witness to the way the summer afternoon dies. It hit me like a physical blow to the chest, that the art of being human is the ultimate test. You can't download the feeling of the sun on your skin, you can't simulate the way the quiet settles within. So I'm logging off the chaos, I'm deleting the stress, learning that the path of more is usually found in less. We're walking on unspoken maps, looking for the light, trying to find a frequency that sounds a little right. It's not about the destination or the things we collect, it's about the way we learn to heal and the way we reconnect. Turn the volume down low, let the inner voice speak. There is power in the humble and there's wisdom in the weak. Yeah, we're finding our way, one breath at a time, turning every heavy moment into something sublime. I used to measure progress by the size of the climb, by the number of the hours and the ticking of the time. But now I measure growth by the depth of my rest, by the honesty I offer when I'm put to the test. It's a slow-cooked wisdom, it's a marathon pace, finding beauty in the lines on a familiar face. You don't have to be a giant to have an impact that's real, you just have to stay vulnerable enough to actually feel. Forget the versions of yourself that didn't know any better, write your future self a kind in an open-ended letter. The map isn't fixed, the ink is still wet on the page. You're the author of the story, not a bird in a cage. Break the cycle of the rush, let the clock lose its power. Find a universe of meaning in a single fleeting hour. Close your eyes and let the world fade away. You don't have to have the answers for the rest of the day, just exist in the space between the thought and the word. Be the silence that allows a melody to be heard. Yeah. We're walking on unspoken maps, looking for the light, trying to find a frequency that sounds a little right. It's not about the destination or the things we collect, it's about the way we learn to heal and the way we reconnect. Turn the volume down low, let the inner voice